Aldine is going, but remember I told you all, your money and your vote is the two powers you have. Be careful who you give your money to, and be careful who you vote for. That's very powerful. You say, we ain't got nothing. You got a vote, and you got one penny. Be careful. Now, I heard barn elections. So if they're moving towards a barn, now's the time to get your act together. Now, we sit in the back room on another barn election, and we really got it. Miss Principal at Booker T. Washington High School new school coming.
Just fine.
How many $1 million we got it in there?
$51.7 million.
Okay. We feel, when you're at the table, and I don't know how I got at this table, but when you're at the table, I've done a lot of stuff not at the table, but if you're at the table, you can get people to understand. You really can. I don't know how long I might be at the table, because I'm not political correct. I'm just real. One thing I like to see is we deal with some state legislation and get a consolidated high school in Acres Farm community. That's what I really like to see. You know, HISD and all these come together and build a high school. Because the community, schools is the most economic power base of any community. That's what people look for new growth, new family. Our community then dying. So we need to really look at that. You know, because one thing for sure, money and vote, but the stroke of the pen is powerful too.
It is a pleasure for me to be here, and I appreciate the opportunity to share some information about the district with the Acres Homes Chamber and many of our community members. And some of you probably did realize that last week or 2 weeks ago, we had sort of a state of the district. So this is a great opportunity for me to do an update, but with a focus on what's going on in Acres Homes and share a little bit with you about the future in Aldine. But before I do that, I want to say we've got some incredible Aldine staff here today. And we have lots of principals who do an incredible job, and we truly have some of our best campuses in the Acres Homes community and our best principals in the Acres Homes community. And you know, part of the interview process is, well, will they survive over there with Lori Malone? That's part of the process. And what we have here are the survivors. So, principals, would you please stand and let us introduce you? Y'all stand up and I'll introduce you. Some of these actually show, we are at almost 70,000 students now, 69,700 students. And 10 years ago, we were at 56. But I want you to take a look. Our at-risk students are at 71%. 10 years ago, it was 65. You can be at risk if you failed a state exam or other factors that would indicate you could possibly not pass your current grade level. And sometimes that might be different situations. You could be a GT child and not a gifted child and be at risk because it might be a young lady who's with child. So you have those kinds of issues that could cause you to be at risk. Economically disadvantaged. We are now at 82% economically disadvantaged. 10 years ago, we were at 77%. That number continues to grow. And then our mobility rate is 23.7%. Some of these ladies and gentlemen here can testify to you that it's larger mobility rate at their particular campus, and that indicates kids moving back and forth around the district. And attendance rate, 10 years ago was 96%. This year, average at this point is 95%. Which in a district like Aldine, where you do have a lot of mobility and you do have a lot of students economically disadvantaged, that is a very high attendance rate. But I do want to, I'm getting ahead of myself. We currently have 3 things that are being built right now. Up in the northeastern section, we have a new elementary school, Cypress Point Elementary. That's the name, because that's the community it's being built in. And then we also have a new child nutrition center that's going to be a state-of-the-art training facility and also a professional development where we can train our child nutrition workers. And then we are also building a new education center. This is immediately across the street, these 2 on the right, from MOC, for those of you on Aldine Vendor. And this is a new center where we're putting Compass, and that is our campus where our children who are struggling with a regular traditional campus, we give them an opportunity to go to a different campus. And so that is a new facility. We're also going to offer some other programs at that facility. And so these are things we're doing right now. And some of this, the Cypress Point Elementary and the Education Center being some of the last bond money from the 2007 election. And then, now because this is the Chamber's process, I wanted, we employ about 9,000 people in the Aldine School District. And if you're interested in a job in Aldine ISD, you have to go to our website. Everything is done online. And so if you're going to be considered, you go to an online application, and we have several different issues, so we're hiring in different categories. We have some professional teaching positions available right now in certain areas. It's usually the math and science areas, some bilingual positions, things like that. We also hire paraprofessionals, and those are people who work clerical jobs, also instructional paras who work in the classroom, and they do require to have some training to be able to work with our children. And then we also hire substitutes, and we look at we train folks for that position too. But you can go online and look there, and then support staff, child nutrition, transportation, maintenance, those kinds of things. And when you go into the website, you do find the applications. And you look, when you go to our homepage, you look at prospective employees and then application procedure or available positions, and it'll tell you where we're looking to hire people right now. And then you go and complete what you're looking for. See, it says there's a professional, I want to walk over here and point my finger. Professional application, but it also police department, transportation. Click on that, and that's the application that has to be completed. And then we are now hiring also custodians, food service, bus drivers, clerical, instructional paras, and some teachers. And for 15-16, we'll be hiring lots of teachers and lots of support staff. And because we're a big district and people are moving around and there's about to be a big shortage of teachers, principals, are you finding that the pickings are slim when you're looking for vacancies, replacements? We're about to enter a real time when it's going to be hard to find enough teachers. And then we also do business with a lot of communities and a lot of businesses in the community. And again, you need to go to the Aldine website, and we do bids, and there's a way you go to the website and go into the purchasing department, and we have a place where you see projects that we're working on where we are accepting bids. So you can follow that process, and then there's a way to become a vendor. And there are things that you have to do, and if you want to go with an electronic bid, this is a new process, it's not done by paper. If you want to submit a bid and you want to register, there's a place and a way to do that, and it tells you all the different things that you need, the forms and all the information, and then we award those bids when the board passes those bids at board meetings. All right, now, I don't know if that was too much time, but if I have time, I'll entertain questions. If not,